Sunday, August the 19th, I believe it is, or the 18th. Can't remember, 18th or 19th, something like that. And here we have our livestock down on the hydro line down here. There's the hydro line. And they're down here feeding on this muggy day. Hey, Bessie. Hey, what's Bessie doing? Hey? What's Bessie doing? Hey? What's Bessie doing? Hey? That's a limo heifer. See how they clean all the leaves off the brush, and they eat the younger tips off the browse, and they keep the bush nice and cleared out up there. Look at that. You can walk anywhere in there now. They clean. See how they eat all the browse and the leaves? They just love them. They spend more time in the leaves and down in the bush down here than they do in the pasture. This is part of the creek here that you see right here that runs through my property, through this valley here, down to where I showed you where that pond was. And it all comes across here like this and down. That's why it's so muddy here. They strip all the underbrush of all the leaves, and they snip the tops off just like deer and moose do. Hey, Chumley. Yeah, it won't be long and you'll be going to freezer camp. People need you. Yeah. Yeah, they got the hydro line down here, and all the way down there. You just got a letter from Ontario Hydro that this fall they want to come in and use a forestry mulcher again and cut all the brush right to the bush line here. And they do a nice job every year when they do it, so we'll have some video of that when they do that. They come through with usually come through with two bulldozer type machines on tracks, steel tracks. They look like a bulldozer, but they got the big mulching head in front of them. And they come about every 10 years. And I just got a letter in the mail this week. Well, I don't know. It could have been, who knows when it was. I have to drive 10 miles west to here to the post office to get to my mail. Sometimes I don't get there sometimes for a month at a time, and I just got there for the first time the other day in several weeks. Hey guys. Hey. It's very humid and very muggy, as you can see by the skies. We've had temperatures up around 105, 108 degrees. God, off and on now for a couple of months, and usually every day ends up in a big thunderstorm for a half an hour. Just about every day, if not every other day. And it just comes down in buckets. And then we get days like this where it's really humid and muggy. I looked at the thermometer in the house there, and it was 81 degrees out here. But it's very muggy. Very, very muggy. I don't know about you guys, but I just love to watch these guys graze. I probably have a young calf coming tomorrow. Got one farmer there begging me to take him, so I gotta find a way. I've turned down so many this summer, it's unreal, because of the cost of milk replacer. And the funds just not being there. At least hay prices this winter will be way down, because there's an abundance of hay with all the rain we've had. A lot of places have had 3 and 4 cuts this summer. Or I should say they've had 3 cuts so far, and before the fall, before it gets cold, they'll have a 4th cut in, a lot of them. Even on the alfalfa. So hay prices should be way down this year. Last winter I was paying $40 a bale for first cut and $70 a bale for second cut. That's some big 1,500 pound round bales. But I'll be down two of the big steers for this winter. But these guys can roam anywhere all over here, right? All back here and all the way out to the road. Yeah, like I say, I don't know about you guys, but I could stand here all day and just watch these guys graze. It's amazing how they eat. Their big tongue comes out and wraps right around the grass and rips it into their mouth. But they're just eating machines. They steady eat all day long, and they'll take a break and lay down and chew their cud for a while, and then they'll get up again and go again. Okay, well, I'll be back later. Thanks. Oh, it's Arnold here again. Yeah, it is Sunday, August the 19th today. And we have a little mail call here. And there's the bees in the background. A little mail call, and I apologize. I'm not sure how long this mail was in my mailbox. as I don't get to my mailbox very often. I'm trying to get me in there and the piggies, but it's being a little bit difficult. Yeah, so I have a parcel here, right here, that came from What the Farm Girl. I pretty much know what it is, but we'll open it here. As I have not opened it, I just picked it up from my mailbox on Friday, and first time I've been there in, oh God, probably a month, because I have to drive 8, 9 miles, 7 miles, 8 miles, something like that, to get to my mailbox, to the post office, and it's always the opposite direction that if I'm going into town. So let's see here. It's hard to do this with trying to hold the phone and do something. Maybe that's a knife, see? Who knows what she sent me, you know. If you guys haven't seen her channel, you know, you should go see her. It's What the Farm Girl. She's what she basically is she runs a farm there, and she basically does probably 90% of it herself. And I hope she's doing okay. The other day she put out a video there that she was haying, and she, poor thing, she smashed her finger between the tongue of the hay trailer and the hitch of her truck, and it smashed it pretty good. She's like me though, she won't go to the doctor unless she's freaking dead on the ground and an ambulance has to come and get her. She's unconscious. That's the way I am. And I think she's the same. I think she's the same way. Because no way was she going to go to the hospital for any stitches or anything. But check her out. It's What the Farm Girl, and she does some amazing stuff that you would never believe that a woman can do. And you know what I wouldn't give for that. But she sure put enough tape on this thing, I tell you. I'll have to fix her. I should have bought it in the shop and got the bandsaw for this one. And she's like me also another way. She's like an accident looking for a place to happen, just like me. I'm an accident looking for a place to happen. And it's funny. I just hope that her finger's doing okay. But no, I could be bleeding like hell, and I won't go to emergency. No way in heck, I wouldn't go. And oh, there we go. It's What the Farm Girl. It's WTF-G. What the farm girl. Get her done. And she gets her done. And oh, I even got an autographed picture of her. Look at that. Thank you very much there, Suzanne. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And the piggies are in the background having their supper. That's her there. Check her out. She sent me this hat because, I'll make a long story short. She bought a horse trailer that was in an accident, and it was a fair amount of damage to the driver's side front corner, and it's all made out of aluminum. And she bought it at an auction. She bought it at an auction, I believe it was, on eBay. I think it was. Don't quote me on. I think it was eBay auction she got it on. And me being a licensed welder all my life, and I do a lot of welding jobs on the side here, and I still custom build stuff, and you know, out of steel and aluminum. I was giving her some by email. she would share some videos directly with me of the damage, of extent of the damage and how to go about fixing it. And I was basically giving her a little bit of instruction and tips on how to go about fixing it, stuff like that. So she basically sent me this as a thank you for her help, and I still hold that as she starts trying to fix it here yet, that if she runs into a problem, contact me anytime. I gave her my name, my number, my email address, the whole 9 yards, and to help her out, because she wants to learn and she's eager to do it, and I'm more than willing to help anybody that is eager to learn and try. It's the ones that toss in the towel and say, oh, I'll just pay somebody to do it, or oh, it'll just sit there and rot. But she's eager to get it done. She's eager to learn. You got to check her out. She's amazing. And yeah, thanks again, Susan. Appreciate it. Or Suzanne, actually, I should say, not Suzanne. So that's what she sent me again, her hat. I wonder if I can get any maple syrup out of this hat. She makes a wonderful maple syrup. I don't know if I can get any. I wonder if I can suck some maple syrup out of this thing. Oh, what's this on here? Oh, it's a piece of cardboard, I guess, for my knife shaving. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, one more thing. There you go. I didn't even notice that in the box. She sent me, looks like a little bottle of her homemade maple syrup that she makes. Didn't even notice that in the box. She had it hidden under some bubble wrap there. I better check and make sure there's nothing else in here, too. Oh, she sent me her business card. And on the back, it says, thanks for all your help. What the Farm Girl. That's her card. That's what she wrote on the back. And she sent me a bottle of her maple syrup that she makes herself, and she sells it. I'm not sure whether she has it online selling it, or you have to email her and put the order in. I believe that's how it has to be done, is you have to email her. Geez. But anyway, check out her site. She'll have her email address on there, everything else, how you can order it. She's in Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. And it's been a long day. It's been very muggy and hot here all day. Overcast all day. But no, she makes it herself. She taps the trees herself off her property, and she boils thousands of gallons of sap. And she bottles this. She has it all the way up into the gallon-sized jugs. But as you guys know, I'm in Canada. I'm not far from Michigan. I can be across the U.S. border to. I have a U.S. drop postal address there at Ryden's Border Store in Minnesota. Just at Ryden's Border Store, just by the casino there. But yeah, that's what she sent me to. I know she was telling me she was going to send me some maple syrup, and I told her she didn't have to do that, but she did. So again, that's her there. She's awesome. Check her out, guys. Okay, thank you, Susan, again, and everybody else. Take care, and if you can help to feed people in need. Let me back up here. I have a calf coming tomorrow. I have one calf coming tomorrow. I don't know if you can see the one cow standing here beside me. Here, let's see if I can get him in here. There's my internet pole. I don't know if you can see him there or not. You must be able to, because I see that internet pole in there. Yeah, you can see the black and white there. Yeah. I don't know when it'll zoom in this direction. I don't want to fool around with it. But I have a cow coming right there to visit me too. See, he's right there looking at me. He hears me talking, then they come up and see me. There's the hat again. And there's Mr. Cow. Okay, thanks, Susan, again, or Suzanne. Thank you very much. I don't know why I keep saying Susan and Suzanne. And thank you everybody else for watching. And if you can help out to feed people in need, see the links below. I have a PayPal link below. You can use that. There's a page on Patreon, or you can mail a check or money order to the address in the description below to help feed people and families and shelters in need. This guy here, he's going to the butcher this fall, and one of these pigs are going, and the other two females are going to be kept for breeding. So, but no, there's a calf coming tomorrow, so if you can help out in any way, like I say, use the links below. It'd be muchly appreciated, so we can get more food out to other people. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening, and work safely. Take care. Bye. Okay, Suzanne, this is the stuff that I make the walls and floors on my pontoon boats, and the upper decks on the pontoon boats for the upper decks, and for any enclosed trailers I build. It's aluminum, and from this bent flange, how I was trying to explain to you in the email, from the outside edge to the outside edge, it's what I got over here, 4 inches. See, 4 inches. From here to here, it's 2 inches. And from here to here, whoops, what am I doing? From here to here is 2 inches. That's what I use for all the wall braces. I have it made up in 7-foot lengths, 10-foot lengths, 8-foot lengths, depending on how wide I'm making the houseboat or the pontoon boat, or horse trailer or enclosed trailer or anything. That's all used for the cross members on the floor, the cross members on the ceiling for an upper deck on a pontoon boat, and it's also used for my ceiling in enclosed trailers and horse trailers. They're usually spaced out 24 inches apart on the deck, unless it's going to be a really heavy load on the deck, then they'll be 12 inches on center. Or 16 depending on the load on the floor, but these are all on the walls at 24-inch center. Pardon me, 16-inch center on the walls, and then 2-inch styrofoam gets put in between the walls, and a piece gets cut to fit in between here, and it's all riveted and welded. These are 7-footers right here that were left over from a job. I ordered them as I need them, but I just thought I'd show you this, Suzanne. Okay.